Howdy y'all, I'm back. Today, we're gonna do another deep dive and review on an indie game called Fossil Fuel 2. Fossil Fuel 2 was developed and published by DangerousBob Studios, and released on Xbox and Windows in February of 2024, and later released on PS5 in November of the same year. I beat it last year, but then I picked it back up this year, played it again, and had an absolute blast. So what exactly is Fossil Fuel 2? Well, it's a shooter, of course, but it drips with horror and survival elements. Take on the role of Jack Allen, a private military contractor marooned on the island after an incident at sea. You wash up on the isolated shore as the sole survivor of the incident, with nowhere to go except inside the research facility. But you're definitely not alone. Your mission is to find and extract the source code for the research that occurs on the facility, which includes, but is not limited to, dinosaurs. Probably not the best idea to take pictures, as it will wake them up and they'll attack you. But anyway, you're gonna climb, walk, run, and swim your way through the facility, getting ambushed by various creatures, such as giant anglerfish, and other horrid monstrosities that ambush you out of the dark. Hybrids of humans and dinosaurs that are intent on killing you. Luckily, you have a vast array of weaponry at your disposal in order to take them out. You'll have this, the M4 style of AR, as well as the British AR that shoots in a 3-round burst, better for taking out ranged enemies. You're not just limited to creatures that you're fighting, you'll also piss off a lot of humans, and you'll have to take them out as well. And the further you progress in this game, the deeper into darkness you plunge, the more it'll start to feel like a Jurassic World, Jurassic Park experience. Whether it's roasting bugs by the firelight so you can have some dinner later, or just busting out your shotgun to take them out, because it's just as effective as a flamethrower and you just want to tear those suckers to pieces. It just feels like I said, like a full Jurassic Park experience. Like you're one person against this world of enemies. You'll also come across a very powerful revolver that I loved using, as well as explosives such as C4 grenades that, well, explode and kill enemies. You also have an SMG that has a laser sight used for acquiring targets easier, with a profound bloom that lights up the night. And a lot of this game occurs in the darkness, and it's about ambushes and survivability. Not only are you going to ambush enemies, but enemies are going to ambush you. And it's not just a game of peekaboo. You're going to be backing up into a corner and backpedaling throughout the game, trying to survive. And here you are, the first encounter. You come across a Utah raptor. You can leave it alone, or you can ambush it. I don't like letting sleeping dinos lie, so I'm going to take out that threat so there's no threat behind me. One of the things I love about this game the most are the encounters and the lighting associated with those encounters. There are moments in the game with just sheer perfection in lighting, and it helps build that eeriness, helps build that creepiness. Like the light right there where it kind of reflected and flashed and took up the screen, and it just has that haunting effect. Check out this part. Oh man, I can't express how much I love that moment enough. Just that slow building of eeriness as it draws you in, and then boom, there's the raptor that crosses your screen. Such fantastic use of lighting, such fantastic use of suspense that there's several moments in this game like this, and it's just awesome. I apologize if I sound like a broken record, but one of the more fantastic aspects of this lighting is when it casts a shadow. Like right there where that raptor crosses that threshold, casts that shadow on the wall, helps build eeriness and suspense. Even right here running down the hallway, look at those shadows running down. You don't know where they're coming, when they're coming, and they come out of nowhere and attack you. It's so awesome. My absolute favorite part of this game occurred right here in the small predator paddock. It reminded me a lot of the movie The Lost World. And while I didn't really like the movie that much, only because it deviated too far in plot and substance from the book, I did like several scenes throughout. And one of them was when they're running through the grass and the British guy's like, "Stay out of the long grass!" and they start getting attacked by raptors and dying. And this part of the game brought me back to that scene in the movie, and it felt like I was there. like I was trying to escape the raptors, like I was running through these ferns and this long grass in the dark night, trying to survive, and it was intense. And it had me on the edge of my seat, and there's just such a perfect moment in the game. Especially right here when you kill this raptor, you see his tail whip throughout the grass, just like the movie. I thought that was fantastic. Another aspect I like about this game are the design of the dinosaurs. These are the velociraptors. They're smaller and more feathery, more bird-like. And it's not just cut and paste from the Jurassic Park designs. Whereas you'll find the Utah raptor here looks more like that traditional velociraptor from those movies. Boom! Look how powerful that revolver is. That's so awesome. We'll go over that revolver in a little bit. But I digress. There are a lot of borderline realistic survival elements of this game, as well as moments of intensity where you're on the edge of the seat. But there's also a lot of ridiculousness involved in this game. I mean, a giant cyborg T-Rex? Come on. Then again, not too many games have it where you can go toe-to-toe with a giant T-Rex, shooting a revolver in its face as it launches missiles at you. But in this game you can. He's one of the mini bosses, and what I say, I think it makes the game all the more fun. One of those more intense moments, like I was talking about, is toward the beginning of the game. You'll come across a weird abomination of a creature that you can't cause any physical damage to. All you'll see are eyes in the dark and it charging at you, so you gotta run away. Now, scattered throughout the area, there are places to hide. You can hide in a vent and just watch those green eyes approach you, look at you, and just sit on the edge of your seat as you wait for it to go away so you can maybe skirt around it. Definitely a great, intense moment. Now, despite me personally finding this game awesome, there are negative aspects to take into consideration. These negative aspects may hinder someone's enjoyment of the game. First of all, there's a little bit of jank involved, especially when you kill enemies. They're going to ragdoll, they're going to flip around and fly at you, and you're going to have elements of them clip through you and stuff like that. It's also a very dark game, a dark environment, hard to see, but I feel like it plays to those strengths very well. Very beginning, you're not going to see much of the light of the day, but then as you progress, you'll see more and more. And if you don't like overpowered revolvers, I'd stay away from the use of this revolver. It's definitely got a hell of a kick. I mean, one shot to take off two heads, kind of ridiculous. All that being said, though, there's a little bit of drawback, a little bit of inability to accurately fire unless you're aiming down the sights. I mean, I took off two heads right there, but I shoot this guy like 3 times, it doesn't even affect him, and I end up dying. One of the more frustrating elements or glitches that I experience in this game has to do with picking up ammo. In this game, you have to get your cursor directly on it and be in just the right position in order to pick up those items. On a computer, it might be a little bit easier, but on console, it can get very frustrating. And one of the drawbacks is trying to do so in a combat situation. Like right there, it took a little bit of extra time trying to pick up that magazine, and I end up getting shot, taking a few bullets for it. And just trying to pick up spare rounds, can't really get to it, gotta go forward, back up, and it's kind of like a jerky, jarring movement, and it's just not ideal for collecting ammo. Overall, it's a very indie experience. It's not going to be a super smooth shooter. It's not going to have the same smoothness of, say, a AAA should have, but it's a lot of fun. Sometimes you can empty a full mag on a raptor, hit him, and it reloads for you. Other times, enemies will get caught on the environments, and you can cheese them. It looks kind of goofy, but it makes it a little bit easier to take out those more difficult enemies if they get stuck. Also, sometimes the controls aren't the best. You'll try to kill an enemy and end up killing a friend. Happens. But overall, a great game. Just make sure you know the button layout. I had this one time trying to do something, threw a grenade, and I killed myself. But it happens. None of this jank, none of these issues that I experienced are anything to lose your head over, but it's just some negative aspects that you might want to take into consideration. If you're looking for a game to give you that classic Jurassic Park or Jurassic World experience, or even lets you play as a dinosaur, then this is a great game to pick up. If you're looking for a game that puts you in a deep, dark, underground complex where you have to navigate with your flashlight and take on various monstrosities that shoot lasers at you or try to hunt you down, then this is an excellent game for that. If you're looking for something like a Resident Evil experience, where you and a few other humans are trying to survive in an underground bunker and enemies of monstrosities, zombies, are trying to swarm you and attack you and you have to survive, then this is a great game for that as well. If you want all three of those classic experiences, I definitely recommend picking up this game. You can pick it up on Xbox, PS5, or PC for $20, and it's a short 3 to 4 hour campaign, but it has a lot of replayability in the fact that it has a horde mode as well as an extra challenging mode that focuses on combat. Overall, I'm going to give this game a 9 out of 10. That's a subjective score, objectively 8 out of 10. Excellent game, especially for the small team that created it. Great experience, highly recommend picking it up if you can. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks y'all, DNT out.